Hey everybody, I'm Chris Lindsay, and I am the Dungeon Master, your Dungeon Master, and their Dungeon Master for One Grung Above. And we're back, episode 3. Last week, our intrepid adventurers left the cave alongside their new companion, Amble the Turtle. And they have been wandering through the jungle towards their chosen destination of the ruined city of Mezro. Now, I will say there was quite the conversation with regards to Amble, and because he was somewhat reluctant to speak with them at all. But after we got that resolved, we all became fast friends, and there they are. They're out in the jungle. They were attacked by Sioux monsters, which, if you don't know, looks like a giant monkey with psychic powers.
Which is the worst.
Yes.
Totally the worst.
Absolutely. They're vicious, they're carnivorous, and they don't take no stuff off anybody. So, at any rate, we are still traveling to Mezro. Since your encounter with the Sioux monsters, what did you do after that?
I thought we pretty much just stopped right at that moment.
Yeah.
We did. We finished the game. What do you want to do after that?
Go to Mezro.
No, can we just take a breather?
I want to. Are the Sioux monsters? Do they wear clothes? Do they have pouches? Do they have bags? Do they have anything on them? Can I search these things?
They've got hair.
You could skin it.
You could weave that into a blanket, I suppose, if you had enough time.
Yeah. I look over at Dotton and I think, no, I don't have time. No. Mentally mark this place and be like, I'll come back later.
Do their claws, because they had some pretty nifty, like they were doing some pretty decent damage with the claws and the teeth and stuff, right?
Sure.
I would like to de-hand one of them and take a couple of the incisors as well.
Okay, so you have a monkey's paw.
Two.
Two monkey paws.
Left and a right.
And teeth.
That's not gonna be evil later. Can we take a short?
You think I should put that in the treasure thing or in which one? Put that in?
Can you put that in something that is holy and so that it doesn't immediately curse us and come to life?
It's a choice. I'm just, you know.
Can we also maybe take a short rest?
You're still days away from Mezro.
Now,
you could take a long rest if you wanted to.
Okay. I was going to say, if we're just walking, technically that's not excruciating types of adventure in there if you're just walking.
We're also walking at amble speed, which, if I remember correctly, is
a short rest in itself.
Yeah, it's pretty much an amble.
No. Amble moves plenty fast. He can move up to 30. It takes him a little time to get from 0 to 30. It takes him a little time. And then if you change course, he has to slow down, turn, and then speed back up again.
So he's an American muscle car. He's not like one of those Japanese imports.
Exactly. If you think of him as like a Dodge Charger, right? He doesn't corner really well, but he can go fast once he gets moving.
Fair enough. But yeah, I would love to take a moment. I'll turn to everybody. Are you okay? Is everybody okay?
Yeah. Hey, daddy girl, what are we going to do?
We need sleep.
What time of day is it?
It is getting into late afternoon.
Okay. We want to find someplace safe. Yes.
Okay.
Can I look around to see if we have any of those kind of like structure pods that are up in the trees that we keep for traveling for safety and stuff during rains?
You can start searching for those, yes. Go ahead and make me a survival check.
What did we name that?
I forgot what the thing is. I'll figure it out later.
We could call them frog pods.
For short, yeah. I don't need the research on them to get the things right because they're real.
I believe you.
A 25.
Okay, so you don't find any frog pods per se, but you do find some places up in the trees that would double as frog pods in a pinch.
Frog ladder.
Frog ladder. Well, I mean, it helps when you don't need a ladder.
Yeah, exactly.
Now I'm gonna get myself up there.
You could climb.
I'll just grumbly climb up.
Do we not have rope?
I don't know. Do you have rope?
I've got some rope.
I would think so. I would like to go ahead and create a harness for him because I kind of already don't trust that he's going to be able to walk straight, let alone climb. So I'd like to go about while you're not paying attention. I will start to loop the rope around your legs and stuff like that while you're
Sure. Well, Mia is a great climber. He has some terrific false starts though, because he'll climb up and then he'll try to go around a branch that gets in the way, and he ends up just turning around and going right back down again, and then he realizes he's on the ground again. He has to turn back around, go back up again, until he finds another branch that turns him back around and sends him back down to the ground again.
So then the fourth time he misstarts, I'll go down and do that.
Okay, cool.
While he's doing that, I will stand.
He's very athletic though.
I will stand next to Amble, just kind of looking at this giant tortoise. How are we going to get you up into the tree? Do you climb?
Amble looks at you with a dead stare. He's just, no, I will sleep here. And then he goes, and all of his arms and legs and head go inside of his body, and he goes boop onto the ground, right at the base of the tree. And then you just hear this. I mean, you're probably even you might be a little jealous. Because as soon as he's rested for 2 seconds on the ground in that situation, you hear this very soft, and he's already out.
What? All right. Oh, that. Okay. Oh.
Yeah, there's no way you're gonna get, 350 pounds of turtle up that tree.
No way. That's. I figured that.
Having lived through my own adventures in tree climbing, I can tell you it doesn't work well. So up you are in the trees. Everybody is sleeping.
I'll set up another watch rotation with Bleep.
Okay, so you and Bleep are going to be on watch. And the evening will pass uneventfully. Odd thing, when you inhabit an area with a bunch of Sioux monsters, all of the other things stay away, unlike you guys. And the Sioux monsters have only been gone for a couple of hours, so people would still think they're there.
I just do what I'm told.
During the night while I'm on watch, I'd like to climb on down, and is Amble still just in his shell at the base of the tree?
Uh-huh.
Can I climb on top of his shell?
Yep. Yep, you
just
sit
curious.
up there, you're size small, so you probably weigh about, 25 pounds soaking wet. And you climb up on top of his shell, and it's like sitting on a rock.
Yeah, and I just want to sit there for a second. Do I hear him snoring?
Yep, he doesn't even rustle.
Oh, so it's not like a gentle up and down kind of thing?
Nope.
Okay.
All the breathing is on the inside.
Yeah, I'm just gonna, for 30 seconds, she's just gonna climb on down and stand on his shell and go, and then she'll climb back up again.
Okay, yeah, it's incredibly hard armor, that shell that he's got on. So
Maybe tiny bit of envy.
getting through that shell is not an easy task. So Yeah, he's just there. He seems very comfortable.
Good for him.
In the middle of the night, it'll rain a little bit, and some of the water kind of sluices down the trees and the branches and drips off the thing and onto his shell, and it makes a little boop, 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 boop sound as it hits different parts of his shell.
Sorry, that was adorable.
and that's pretty much it. That's your night. So the next morning you get up, you're recovered, you're refreshed. Amble is like, you guys come down, and as soon as like literally the sun hits the ground in any way, shape, or form, his head pops out and his arms and legs come out, and he does this big yawn, and his arms only come this close together. And then that's it, and they go down. And he's ready to go. He looks around.
Still that way? Still?
Okay.
All right.
Here we go. It's over here.
I take the lead, as usual.
I take the rear.
So you guys travel for a couple more days like this. Time passes, you get into this rhythm of walking, and nothing particularly hostile comes after you at this particular juncture. And before long, Amble and Bangarang and Bleep, you all think you're getting pretty close to Mezro. Because you've been here.
What is the indication that says that we're pretty close to Mezro?
That's an excellent question. And for an answer to that question, I would like you to roll percentile dice.
Chris has a look on his face.
I'm sorry, what?
41.
41. So you're walking along in your standard configuration, and you come across a small scrap of cloth on the ground.
And it's like any other cloth? Why does that trip me up?
When you pick up the cloth and start looking at it, you realize that it is cloth from a Flaming Fist banner. And you know that the human group known as the Flaming Fist, have claimed Mezro. And last time you were here, you had to kind of duck all around them in order to get in and out of the town because they don't like people who aren't them in town.
I didn't go.
Or in the ruin, I should say.
Yeah. So I'll take the I'll be up there in front, and I'll kind of like pick it up with the edge of my bow, and I'll just like with the whistle stick. I'll just turn around and like wave it to Bangarang.
I'll come hopping on up and see it. And do I recognize that as well?
Yes, you do. You recognize that it's just a little scrap, and it's got a couple different colors on it, and it's a banner from a Flaming Fist patrol. Maybe it got snagged on a bramble as they're going by, and it ripped off, and he found it like lying in the mud.
I'll indicate this to everybody and be like, Flaming Fist, this is not good. We should be. Yes.
Is it good if we're trying to get to Mezro?
Well, you need to. Mezro's big, right? Mezro's like a big ruined city. Like, what do I know about what?
It is a
besides
city.
the fact that we don't want to go back there. What else do I know about Mezro?
It's a city full of ruins, yes.
Okay.
And you know that lots of people who don't live in Cholt normally have visited Mezro, looking for, you have no idea what. Those people look for things, stuff, you don't know. And the predominant group that has been there, like, in the last 20 years has been the Flaming Fists from some place called Bald Man's Gate.
All right.
You don't know. It's someplace up north. You don't go up north. You live in Schultz.
Like size of port, not Nyanzaru.
No, yeah, north of Port Nyanzaro. You'd have to get in the water and swim.
Talking about size.
What
the
size
size
is
of
is the town? It's not as big as Nyanzaru, but it is big. It's quite large.
Do we know, do the Flaming Fist usually inhabit a section, a quarter, an area of the city?
They don't inhabit a specific area of the city per se that you're aware of. They do move around the city a lot.
And we have no idea what they're doing there besides being bald?
No, you have no idea. I mean, you've heard words like from distance, like listening to their conversations, that they're protecting their interests. You don't know what interests are, but they must be valuable.
Do we think they know who the last son of Mezro is?
It's possible.
Should we try to find one, capture one, interrogate one? I just evil grins.
Very brilliant idea.
I'll look over at Amble and be like, do you know anything about the bald men humans that are here?
The
Flaming Fist people?
The Flaming Fist are bad.
Mm-hmm.
They don't like turtles.
Like,
Oh.
Well, we've been eating something flamey from the last son of the thing. Maybe like the flame in the hand and the thing.
Okay.
Flame from the tongue of the last son of Mezro.
Well, maybe you can track them. Be careful. I'll stand back here.
Well, whatever. We should be safe. We should be quiet. We should see them before they see us.
That sounds good.
How you want to do this, Daddy?
moving forward and stay low. And be very sneaky.
If you see the flaming fist, they can smell fear just by looking at you. So keep quiet.
How do they
I think Meatbill will mask all of that.
How do they smell with their eyes?
I don't know.
Oh, bald men are weird. I guess we stealth it up and try to.
What's the distance now? Like, how, we don't see it coming into view yet. We just have found this cloth.
You're probably within a couple of hours from the city. And you're in the patrol area of the Flaming Fist.
Now, you said it looks like bramble or something might have torn this thing off.
Yeah, it's kind of got a shredded texture to it a little bit.
Sure. Could that be teeth? Could that be claws?
It could be. It could be teeth. It could be claws. It could be thorns, brambles, whatever. Any of those things would qualify to do this kind of damage to the cloth.
Is there blood on it? Because the amount of blood could be an indicator of how it was removed.
Hard to say. The cloth is red.
Can I do a search around to see if I can see if this was a patrol? They've probably left tracks, right? Humans are big and clumsy. There should be tracks, right?
Absolutely. You should go ahead and make me a survival check to track.
I'll try.
And do I see any brambles here?
Not nearby, no.
My awesome rolling continues with a 9.
Nah, you're looking around and you're not seeing any tracks in the immediate vicinity. No.
I would have helped you.
Maybe you should make a survival check, Bleep.
I'll look around. I'll fail miserably. I will look over at Bleep and say, "What do you say?" And I'll offer you help too.
Bleep,
Okay, well that's a minimum of 15.
Bleep finds tracks in the mud.
Yay!
They're about an hour or so old.
Oh.
Crash.
Banger,
Yes?
scout ahead and then whistle back to me and we will catch up.
Yes, ma'am.
Or maybe
And I will... I'll have a moment as I immediately go to follow her instructions where I look back and I realize, oh, this is a bad idea. And then I'll follow the tracks
Okay.
and I'll, as I pass by Bleep, I'll look at him and be like, follow behind, safe distance. And then I'll
Okay.
dart off into the woods.
And then, while they're doing that, I'm gonna look around the immediate area, see if there's anything I can turn into alcohol.
Okay, absolutely. Make me a survival check.
A 19.
Yeah, absolutely. You do find some plant life as you're walking along that you can pull up that will make a nice distilled liquor.
Sweet.
And by nice, I mean most people would think it tastes like, some kind of cleaner, but it'll do the job.
Clean your insides.
I'm drinking it for the taste.
I would love to stealth on ahead following these tracks and
Okay.
being as cautious as possible because bald humans are ahead of us.
Excellent. Roll percentile.
That would be a 50.
You find a weird bit of gold-colored wood on the ground that was carved in a configuration that has a little hole on top and it's got a hole in the front, and it's kind of like a mini whistle stick, only you can't swing it.
Okay. How big is it?
To you, it's, I don't know, about big as 2 fingers.
Okay. It's made of wood and
Yeah.
painted?
No, it's not painted. It's a kind of wood that you don't recognize. It comes from someplace else.
All right.
It's
And it looks
golden colored.
All right. And any writing, any markings, any... It's a whistle. Does it look... I don't want to blow into it, but does it look like the kind of thing I would blow into?
Yeah, you could potentially blow into it, and it might make
All right.
noise. Yeah, like I said, it's not. It's like taking a whistle stick and just taking one little piece of it.
Okay. I'll kind of stick it in a pocket
Okay.
and look around and then keep going.
Okay. You continue forward.
Following tracks.
Following the tracks. Make me another survival check.
Ooh. That's a 21.
Okay. You guys are walking along for about an hour and a half, and following Bangarang as she scouts ahead. And Bangarang, go ahead and make me a perception check.
7.
7. Okay. So Bangarang, you come quietly out from some bushes, and you're staring right at the butt of a bald human.
I do the Homer Simpson back into the bushes.
Make me a stealth check.
Okay. Oh, that's okay. That's a 21.
21. Okay, let me see if the human hears you. The human does not appear to hear you.
Okay. How did I just see one butt or did I see several butts?
Well, you were like face to butt, so you couldn't see around the butt.
Okay. All right. I will quickly and quietly scamper back to everybody and say, as quietly as I think I can, but that everybody can hear me. Humans up ahead. Very large behinds. Very large. Very large.
How far back am I at this point?
You're right there.
Oh,
Yeah, I kind of came back to the rest of the group. I assumed I was like ranging
She would
off
probably
ahead.
have gathered you along as she came back to the group.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I'm thinking, anyways.
Been like,
We go up. Send the little one up first.
How many butts, Debbie?
what? One very large. Maybe more. It was an eclipse.
So we're gonna go in there just knowing maybe the one butt.
No, I don't want to fight that butt. I'll bleep. Can you?
can we go up 1st? Look,
Mia, up.
What?
I'll look.
We all go up. We travel fast and quiet.
Maybe see more than one butt.
Okay. Totally, he's saying, yeah?
Oh.
Amble is like, I'll stay right here. And he just kind of goes and drops onto the ground.
He's
Right
our
at the
save
base of the
point. We're
tree.
just gonna place him right there.
Yes.
We'll respawn back at him.
Yeah. So you've noticed that he's not particularly quiet when he walks along, and he's noticed it too.
Oh, good. All right, yeah. If he's gonna condense,
Yep.
then yeah, we'll all jump up into the top of the trees. Can we see from where I've run back to where everybody is? Once we go up the trees, can we see, like, was it a clearing that I saw the butt? Was it just...
Hard to say, but you go up the trees and you go forward and you're quietly trying to take a look. And as you're quietly trying to be quiet, I want you all to make me a be quiet check. Some of you are better at this than others. I'm just saying.
That's stealth, right?
Yeah, stealth, please.
The 19 for me.
26.
18.
14.
Oh, that's all pretty good. That sounds really good. Let's take a look here. So you guys get up there and you look down. The four of you look down on this mini clearing that's there, and what you see are 4 humans. 2 of them are wearing leather, like really sturdy hide, and they're carrying bows. You're familiar with bows. They have really big ones. And one of them is wearing like really heavy looking armor, and you have the feeling that this was who you were looking at before, Bangarang. And the armor is literally all these metal plates, like attached to, like bolted to like leather on his body. And near this person is another human who is wearing a shirt made up of little tiny chain links.
So you had a shiny butt.
Yep. And as you guys come over them to take a look down, the Grung are absolutely quiet. Mia is kind of quiet, and 3 of the humans, including the ones with the bows and the one wearing the shiny links, turn and look directly up to see Mia in the tree. And they look up in the tree and they're like, and they say something in common. Who understands common?
Probably just.
Is it
Oh, I don't even. Wait. Oh, yeah.
not Chulton?
No, common.
Oh, I don't even speak common. Oh boy.
Do
Not
you,
me.
you don't have common?
No, I don't.
Maybe,
Okay.
Maybe
Did it get cut off? Should I have common?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
So they say something to each other in a language that they don't understand. And no, these are not Chultans. That's the first thing you recognize because you've seen Chultans before. Chultans have the beautiful dark brown to blackish skin color, and they nice beads in their hair and stuff, and they're civilized. These folks do not look anything like civilized to you.
The moment they look up, I want to put an arrow in one of the arrow holder ones.
They're very pale. So they look up, and you go to fire an arrow, and we should roll initiative.
After I get some
I was gonna try to talk to him.
Because they're going to do
In
the same
what
thing.
language?
While they can't see you, Bleep, they're going to do the same thing to the albino dwarf they see in the tree that you're going to do to them.
Yeah.
And we'll see who does it first.
20.
20. 20 is a good number.
I have an 18.
I have 11.
19.
So we have a 19, an 18, and an 11. Is 19 Mia?
18 is Mia.
Okay.
20 was Satine. I was 19. And
Okay.
Sue was-
And 11 is Bangarang, who is astounded at the lack of quality of her luck.
I shouldn't be at this point. I should just accept it. But
Oh, well, big, uncivilized, bald humans go last.
the one that didn't see us, is that the one wearing the heavy armor? Is that butt guy?
Yeah, the other folks turn and look up in the tree, and he's like, oh, what are you looking at? He was just like, dull look on his face, and yeah, he didn't seem to notice you at first. He is aware of your presence now. So, Dot and Khan, what do you want to do?
Wait, Rudy went and shot first. The surprise round.
Sure. You're there, and you are hanging in the tree. Bleep, you're going to shoot.
Yeah.
Which one are you going to shoot?
One of the ones with bows that look like they have. I mean, the one that's got metal plates on. Is there anything that I would identify on him that looks like? Does he look like he's carrying other martial weapons or ranged things, or just?
He does have a bunch of weapons on him. It's hard to tell what's what from up here.
Oh, okay. So he's like got metal plates and then like weapons hanging off of each plate.
He's got weapons hanging all over the place. Yeah, he's got swords and all kinds of stuff that you don't use generally because it's inefficient and uncivilized.
Well, then I would definitely pick the ones that I thought were going to be the biggest threat to our current position.
That seems like a good idea. Go for it.
So that's going to crit,
Nice.
and that's a lot of dice.
Yeah, these are living humans, so they're in no way like resistant or immune to the poison that you guys have.
Yeah. Okay. So 3, 4. So that'll be. It's going to be a lot because that's a minimum of 30.
Okay, so you take and you fire an arrow at this human, and it goes right through his throat. He drops his longbow and clutches at his throat as blood is like gushing out of it, and he drops to the ground dead.
Yeah.
Sneak attack, man.
4 damage. That was substantial.
Mia.
Okay. How close are they to me?
I'm gonna assume you guys are. I'm just gonna guess you guys are in the neighborhood of like maybe 15, 20 feet up in the trees. And they're roughly right below you.
Okay. So I was gonna. It's gonna be one of them nights, eh, boys? And I just roll out of the side of the tree.
Yeah.
And just fall out of the trees.
Yeah.
Like going right behind them.
Okay.
Aiming for.
Make me an
So,
acrobatics check.
Seems like I'm doing it I fell out of the tree, but I'm doing it on purpose. So 13.
13. Okay, so you do fall out of the tree, and you hit the ground, and you kind of do this little acrobatic half roll thing as you hit the ground, which will prevent you from taking damage from this particular height.
Cool.
And when you are on the ground, you have a choice of whether or not you want to be prone or standing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I want to use my my tipsy sway and leap to my feet.
Okay, so you kind of roll back up onto your feet and you start swaying. Go ahead.
Yeah. And
Now
then,
what?
so we got right now 2 guys around me ish.
There's 3 guys left. One guy has a bow, and so you're more familiar with humans. So what you see is 3 members of the Flaming Fist. One of them is a scout with a bow. One of them is clearly their leader, and he's the one that's all armored up. And he's got a couple of swords and a crossbow across his back. And the other one is wearing a strange a medallion with a strange symbol on it. And he is kind of he's not the least armored, but he's medium armored, I'm going to say.
Okay. I'm going to swing for the scout.
Okay.
Yeah. With that would be 14.
A 14 will hit the scout.
Yeah. So for 6 damage.
Okay, so you strike the scout, and like you hear a crunching sound as his nose kind of pops, and blood comes from the front of his face, but he's not down yet.
And I'll say, sorry about that, boy. And then I'm going to go for the stomach.
Okay. Clearly not that sorry.
Sorry,
Make
not sorry.
It looks like I slipped on a stump, and then I'm going for the stomach.
Uh-huh.
Don't get that stuff.
That one is a 18.
Yeah, that'll hit.
That's for 8.
Okay, so you hear a crunching sound as your fist goes through the tough hide leather and finds like soft underbelly. And he looks like he might be a little bit woozy. He's not down, but he's going to fall down soon. It won't take much. That brings me to Bangarang.
Really? I had like an 11.
Yep.
All right. I'm going to grab an arrow, fill it full of poison, and I see Mia on the guy with the bow.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go after Big Butt and try to find a chink in his armor.
Go ahead.
So.
Make an attack roll.
Oh, it's a 25.
Oh, yeah, you got him. Yeah.
Does he know I'm here?
He does now.
Oh. Worth an ask.
He didn't. I mean, no. I mean, you get the sneak attack.
Oh, do I?
Yeah,
Okay.
you get the sneak attack. I mean, but I mean, after this attack, yeah, he knows you're
Okay,
there.
okay.
Because you just shot him.
Okay, all right. Sorry, I thought you meant like, oh no, he knew.
No. He didn't see you before that. All he could see was the albino dwarf who came rolling out of the tree and was a huge distraction.
Okay, so it's going to be 17 piercing damage, and he needs to make the Constitution saving throw.
DC.
12.
He will make the saving throw.
All right, so he does not get poisoned. I will. I know that we should question these guys if we can. 'Cause I need answers. We need answers.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to. I would like to jump out of the tree and try to land on Big Shiny Guy's back, like right at the base of his neck. Because
Okay.
I think he probably looks like our friend Amble the turtle, and like if I just land right there, he probably can't get at me. And so I would like to leap out of the tree and just like right
Okay.
onto his back.
So make me an acrobatics check.
Okay.
Chris, I also didn't get to use my bonus action, which was just going to be to hide. But
Okay. Go ahead and make your hide check, Rudy.
I got a natural 20.
Okay.
That'd be a 26.
So, ouch. So you land on him and he collapses to the ground under your weight. He's surprised. He just kind of goes down on one knee.
Oh, okay.
And then you land on the ground next to him.
Oh, no, I wanted to like stick to his armor like
Yeah,
right now.
sticking to his armor didn't really work out so well because he jerked away from you. I mean, yeah, it was a surprise move. You hit him and he moved. He 25. You are well hidden. Okay.
And then I'll, since I still have a bonus action, I'll look over at Mia and say, I guess Mia speaks Grung, so I guess in Grung I'll say, I'm like, what do I speak to Mia in? I'll say, we need to question one. Get one. You can get one.
Yeah, okay.
And I'll offer you help.
Okay. So at this point, the one that you landed on
Big butt?
stands up, and you watch as he draws one of his weapons and attacks you with it.
Okay.
And I'm gonna shout back. Maybe thinking we want to ask that one the questions.
Yeah, I haven't rolled yet.
are you muted? Is Satine muted?
No.
You're really low though, at
She
least in
hasn't
mine.
rolled yet.
I haven't gone yet.
Yeah, I thought Satine had like a 20 or something.
No. Yeah. She's waiting for you guys to get your sneak attacks off.
Yeah, but then wouldn't she go before they do?
Not necessarily.
So they all get sneaks as well?
No, they don't get sneaks. He rolls a 1 and he rolls a 20 to hit you.
Well, the 20 is going to hit me, so I will Uncanny Frog!
So you will take 4 points of damage from that. That's half.
That's halved?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see here. Satine, did you want to jump in?
Yeah.
Okay, what do you want to do?
I want to jump on the one with the medallion. I want to like land on his head and wrap my hands around him
Okay,
and then hit him like this.
all right. So make an acrobatics check to jump on his back, for starters.
I feel like that would be a 23.
Okay, you jumped on his back and make an attack roll real quick for me.
Okay, I was gonna do all my regular attacks.
This would be one of your regular attacks. One of your regular attacks has got to be to grapple him in order to hold on.
Oh, got it.
So the first one is grabbing the dude.
16.
16? Okay, so you grab him around the neck and pull in. Go ahead and roll your regular damage as you can hear his windpipe just doing this really sick crunching sound.
Oops. That would be a 9.
A 9. Okay. And then what?
And then I want to do stunning strike. So I'm gonna just hit him in the face a bunch.
Okay.
So 1, 2, and then stunning strike.
All right.
Oh man. Okay, so stunning strike is the only one that landed.
Okay. So you hit him once, and what's the DC for your stun?
That is DC 14 Constitution.
Okay. He rolls a 16 on the dice.
Does he get any poison from my?
Oh, good question. Nope.
Oh,
He made that saving throw too. He's very tough. You jump on his back, but you hear this crunching sound. He kind of makes this gargled sound as you like pull your arm in, and then you hit him try to hit him with a bunch of attacks, and you're just punching this like chain mesh that he has on his body, and then you hit him in the face once to do the stunning blow, and he manages to shake that off.
that's 8 damage though.
But he will take the damage. At that point, he begins chanting something. Oh, yes. And you guys watch as swirling energy in a massive radius forms around the group, and all these little spiritual things start popping up and radiating from him. It looks quite menacing, to be perfectly honest. In the meantime, we're going to roll back to Bleep. Let me look one thing up here really quick.
Uh-oh.
I believe this takes effect at the start of your turn.
If it's what I think it is, then yes. I mean, Bangarang has no idea. Bangarang's like, oh, I don't know what this is. Bangarang has zero clue.
Bleep, I'm gonna need you to make me a wisdom saving throw. Yeah, wisdom saving throw. Tell me what you get.
That will be a 13.
A 13. You will take half the damage that you would normally take as you're resisting part of it from this this strange energy and spiritual stuff that's flying all about.
And it's not, is it an actual attack or is it just this strange energy thing?
It is not an actual attack, it's a strange energy thing, and you will take, half is 5 points of radiant damage.
Can I discern a point of origin?
A point of origin? All around you. It blankets the whole area that you guys are fighting in. Like, it's a 15-foot radius that extends out from this man who's chanting.
So there is somebody chanting, got it.
Well, yeah.
I'm on his head.
You're on his head?
I've got
Yes.
one here, and I've just been punching him in the face.
Okay. I feel my skin start to boil under the heat of the radiant damage. And I pull out the next arrow, and I'm like wobbling to find the to be able to hear that. And I was going to shoot the other scout, but now the chanting one seems to need an arrow to the knee, so he'll quit adventuring.
Okay.
And that is going to be a 16 to hit.
16 will hit.
I was a little worried about it. DC 12.
DC.
Saving throw.
Okay. He does not make that saving throw.
Okay. So that will be 30 points.
30 points. Okay, so you shoot him in the throat, and he collapses underneath Dotton Khan.
Ooh.
Obviously.
That's what you get for talking.
And yeah, is there something else you wanted to do?
The landscape of the rest of this looks like there's still a scout and there's still a heavily armored guy.
Yeah.
And neither of them have really made any moves.
Not yet.
I pretty much bloodied the one next to me, so he doesn't.
Okay, well I will hide with the bonus action.
Okay, so you hide. Mia.
Mm-hmm. All right, so now it's just the two guys left, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I feel like I don't think this one be fighting no more, but and then I try to talk to him, and then I realize that he can't hear anything I'm saying. And then I just punch that guy in the face again.
Okay, so you kind of reach down, puh, and hit the guy. Go ahead and make your attack roll. The scout.
Yeah. Is there a way that I could like just try to not try to kill him? I just want to down him.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, that's what I'm going for.
Okay, so roll your attack roll.
And I did give you advantage on that.
So 14.
14 will hit.
Maybe like sweep the leg or something, put him down. I don't know.
Sweep the knee.
Yeah, sweep the knee. Sorry. Okay. So that would be 4 damage.
Okay, so he collapses to the ground as you sweep his legs out from underneath him, and his head hits the ground, and he is knocked unconscious by your last attack.
He might be dead. I don't know.
Did you want to do anything else?
Oh, and then I don't know. I'll wobble over to to that guy, like put my hands up and be like, "Hey, what I'm saying? Okay, it's we don't need to be fighting no more. Someone want to tell this guy what." I asked somebody to translate for me or something, but I'm still like, "Hey, no." But I'm like in combat radius. I'm getting close to it.
Okay.
If that. Yeah.
So yeah, you get closer to the man in the heavy armor.
Is he able to close the distance to him and get it off more of his attacks, or just the one from the other guy, from the scout?
It's up to him. He's not that far away.
Yeah. So yeah, I just want to get up to him. And
Okay.
I'm like, hey.
And you're trying to get him to give up.
Give him a signal like, hey. All
Yeah.
right.
All right, Bangarang, what are you doing?
Well, hearing this, I will take a moment and cycle through the few languages I know and say surrender or die. I'll say it in Chilton, Dwarvish, Goblin, Grung. Well, he probably doesn't know that. So Chilton, Dwarvish, Goblin, and Grung. Did I get any response from this guy?
He says something. You don't understand what it means, but it basically amounts to, what we have here is a failure to communicate. And he draws his other sword too.
Oh, okay. Well, I will assume that Bleep will continue to rustle the bushes, but I'm going to shank this guy.
Okay.
So I'll pull out my dagger now that I got Mia nearby, and here we go. 19 versus AC?
19 will hit.
Awesome.
Does she get sneak attack since I'm distracting him, kind of?
Yeah, you're right next to him, so she totally gets sneak attack.
Cool.
Yep. And so he needs to make a Constitution saving throw while I roll dice.
He will make the saving throw.
I just rolled 3 ones for my sneak attack.
Oh.
That's fun. So 6. So that's 6 points of damage.
Oh.
And I will, as bonus action, try to shank him again.
Yeah, you're having a hard time getting through this armor stuff. Go ahead.
Yeah. That's also a 19.
Okay.
That also hits. But that will only do... And he needs to make another Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Yeah, he makes that one too.
Jeez. 2 pokey damage. 2 very, very small damage. And I'm just going to hope that the other one is incapacitated and that maybe Amble knows a language. And I'll be done.
Okay. He attacks back.
Me?
Yes. So he has you standing next to him, and he has Mia standing next to him. He'll start with Mia. He's going to swing his longsword at you, Mia. He hits armor class 15 and 19.
Mine's 16. So.
As he brings his longsword down, you managed to avoid one of them. You'll take 8 points of damage with the other one, though.
I have a question. When they miss a redirect attack, I can't redirect it back onto them, can I?
No, you can only redirect it to another person. Like, you could make it stab Bangarang if you wanted to.
Right, yeah, I don't want to do that.
I'm just saying it's an option. I'm just saying.
Why would you say that's an option? Never an option.
Because it's an option. The other short sword comes forward and hits armor class 16, Bangarang.
Uncanny frog, yay!
Okay, so when you take half damage, it will be 3 points of damage as he sticks you with his short sword. And he has this defiant glare in his eye, like, you won't take me, frog people. And your crazy dwarf.
How much did he hit me for?
8.
8, okay.
I didn't realize Chult was the Cajun South.
Apparently,
Is it-
it's Baldur's Gate, so.
That's true.
I'm not saying that the Flaming Fist aren't enlightened, but they're not enlightened.
Are they all bald?
No, actually, they have hair.
Oh,
So you're not sure what they were talking about.
yeah, I'm disappointed. And Bangarang is disappointed. Sorry, we're killing this dude. Who's next?
Dot and Khan, your turn. Okay, that guy's on the ground. He's dead. He stopped moving.
She doesn't care.
That's the one that the bleep shot and he fell.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah.
was trying not to kill
He's
him.
punching the
What I would like, yeah, I guess you can't. So we have one, we have one scout up, right?
No, the scout is down, lying on the ground. His current disposition is unclear. And then you have this one human with the heavy armor who's up.
Oh, I want to leap at his face.
Okay. Face leaping is happening. So you leap towards him and make your attack roll.
It's just like a party of face huggers.
Gorgeously, brightly colored face huggers.
Saying, oh, damn, get it off me.
Yeah.
What'd you get?
15.
15 will not hit him. You punch him right in the helmet, and you realize that helmet, that shiny thing on his head, is really hard. You got any more attacks? Her sound went out.
Yeah.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weird, because it shouldn't work that way. She asked if his feet are covered in armor.
Oh, yes. He's covered in armor from head to toe.
Okay, what I would.
Oh,
like
there
to
you
do-
are.
Oh, weird. Okay, so what I would like to do is, I would like to open hand technique
Okay.
and hit him to. I want to knock him over, knock him prone.
Okay, cool.
So
So
what I
make your
like-
attack roll.
Can I use my other attack rolls too in this manner?
Mm-hmm.
Sweet. That is a 18 and 23. to hit.
18 and 23 will both hit.
Sweet. Oh, 12. Actually, that's 20.
20 damage total?
Yeah.
Okay, so you hit him hard a couple of times, and if you figured out when you open your hand and don't hit him with your knuckles, that helmet makes a nice ringing sound that he doesn't seem to like very much. What kind of saving throw does he have to make to avoid being knocked over?
That would be a dexterity saving throw, DC 14.
Okay, he hits the ground. It makes a ringing sound, and he kind of clutches his head and drops to the ground. He's not
stand on
unconscious. He's just he's prone.
I'm like this. Very proud of myself.
Like on his chest.
He's
No, mostly on his mask.
on his sitting on his face.
This one, he's ready.
And bleep.
I take the opportunity to draw the scimitars and fly out of the leaves above onto that one.
Okay, roll to hit. You have advantage because he's prone.
And sneaky. So that will be, the first attack will be a 17.
Yes, that will hit.
Oh, sorry, more than that actually, 19. And
No, 19 won't hit, just 17.
and
Yes,
the
you
next
hit.
one is 24.
And that will also hit.
All right, so the first attack, it's a DC 12 saving throw for him.
Not sure it's going to matter.
Okay, so that's going to be 24 for the first attack,
Don't kill him.
and 3 more for the second attack.
Too late. All right, so you come down right in the middle of his gut with your scimitars, and his whole body jerks forward. And I need Dot and Con to make me a dexterity saving throw as she gets launched into the air by the man who's become a dying springboard.
11.
As soon as I launch, I dive forward to cushion her fall.
Okay, she lands right on the middle of your back.
I just smack you on the back of the head. I told you not to kill him.
I thought we were gonna ask him the questions.
That's what
I point over to the scout that was there.
He might be dead too.
Questionably not dead.
I'm gonna look around. Did Amble at all arrive? Did he hear us?
So when you look around, you see Amble standing there, looking at you guys in the brush.
Amble.
He has a really shocked look on his face. He's like,
I'm gonna wave him on over. Do you speak? No. We can't drag. No. Do you? I'll hop over to him. Do you speak bald men? She hopes.
maybe.
Would you maybe talk to this one? We need answers.
Is he
If he's alive.
Is he alive?
We should go find out.
Grung,
Hit his head pretty hard.
Grung are violent. He walks.
And she'll take that as a compliment. Yes.
He walks over and he kind of like does this scooch thing around the whole site until he gets over to where this, because he won't walk through the area where the blood is. He just stays well away from that.
Okay.
And he kind of scooches around the perimeter of the whole thing until he gets to the scout. And he looks down at the scout, and his eyes kind of light up, and he's like, "Oh!" And Amble like immediately casts a spell on the scout.
Oh, you can actually see me in the thing.
Yeah.
A little bit. It's been fun to watch you roll.
Okay, so Amble like puts his claws down on the scout, and you see like clean, pure, watery like radiance kind of like issue out from his hands, and you watch as all of the wounds on the scout disappear utterly, and his eyes open up, and he's like, and then he looks around and realizes he's surrounded by you people.
Ask why are the bald man here?
Why are you? He says some words, and he comes back and he says it's their place.
Ask.
Yeah, we
him.
could have guessed that.
Yeah, I don't care if they think it's their place or not. We weren't going to stay anyway. Ask him where the last son of Mezro is.
He turns and he talks to him in another language, and he comes back and he's like, he has no idea what you're talking about.
While when they're doing this conversation, I would like to walk over to the one that casted the thing earlier and inspect the medallion, but also look over at the guy and start to just take my dagger and saw off the ear.
Daddy, this boy, he scared me.
And then I take it and I just rub it across my face for camouflage.
Bang. He's smart.
Yes.
He's a smart one.
Yes. We are proud of him. I'm gonna like I'm annoyed at the answers I'm getting, but then I'm kind of proud of what Bleep is doing. So I'll go ask him if he knows what the flame of the tongue of the last son of Mezro is. Ask him if he knows anything. We need to find answers.
I'm threatening him with my goo.
So they talk some more, and Amble turns around and he's like, he has no idea.
Ask him where the rest of his bald men are.
And he goes and he talks to them.
Get some tactical information, maybe. I don't know.
He says they are all around.
Questions.
What else? Ma'am, what else do we need to know?
Methinks we killed the one who know anything.
Temples we can go to. Maybe
Yes.
there's temples.
Ask where the temples are in Mezro, if there are any temples.
A flame temple or a sun temple.
He turns and he talks to him for a little bit, and he comes back. He says it's in the middle.
Okay, how do we get in the middle? Best way into the middle. Bang,
Avoiding all the bald men.
Swim.
We're good at that.
In the meantime, I'm also going to the next. I'm taking that medallion and I toss the ear just off onto the ground, and then I go to the next one and I take that off, toss that ear, so I start to make a little pile just from one of each of theirs, and then I take the dagger and I'm inspecting the medallion, and every now and then I just look up from the medallion and make eye contact with the guy, and then go back to the medallion.
Yeah, he's alarmed at what you're doing. He looks scared. Make an insight check. It's kind of hard because you can't hear what he's saying, but from facial expression and body language.
So that's going to be an 18.
You get the impression that he is not inclined to hold any information back were he to have any.
It's working.
Good. Ask him what's the best way to get to the center without seeing any of his other bald men, because he does not want us finding his other bald men. And I'll like indicate what Bleep is doing over there.
He goes and talks to him for a little bit more, and he comes back and he goes, he still says, swim.
Where do we start swimming? How do you get a flame?
And he asks that question, and he comes back and he's like, in the beginning, the whole town is surrounded by water.
Oh. Okay.
It's round.
It's an island. Island?
I don't know.
Well, I've scouted this area before. Are we talking about like a moat thing on like the exterior of the ruins, or are we talking about a little island or something in the middle somewhere?
So from your previous experience, you know that at one point in history, a river must have like jumped the banks and basically surrounded Mezro with water. So Mezro is completely surrounded by water, and the main byways, from what you could see previously, also appear to be filled with water.
Bang, bang. It just means in the city.
Bang. Bang. Ask him if Red Fist are in Mezro, or if they're just scouting outside Mezro.
Amble turns and looks at him, and he starts talking to him again, and he comes back and he says, yep.
How many?
Numbers, specifics.
Sorry.
A lot.
That is not a number, and that is not specific.
He doesn't know the exact number. More than 100, less than 1,000.
Does he have anything helpful, or do we have to kill him?
He's not a very good scout.
This is the
No.
Tell the authority, were these waiting for any of the like supply trips or anything? They be expecting anyone?
Yeah, what's he doing out here specifically?
Yeah.
worst. Scouting.
with.
Amble like looks at each one of you in turn. He's just kind of like trying to get all of the questions, and he's confused. Maybe.
I'll ask him. Why is he? What are they scouting for?
He goes and he talks to them, and he comes back and he's like, to keep us out. Yeah, he's not scouting. They are patrolling. Whatever that is.
Mia's question.
What question?
What? Oh, they be expecting any supplies or anything like that?
He'll ask him questions. He's like, comes back and he goes, what's a supply?
Crate. Delivery.
I just hold up a bottle of booze.
Ooh. And he
And then
turns
I'm
and he
just-
asks some questions, and he comes back and he's like, eventually, yes.
Kill him.
We're gonna kill.
Kill him.
I
Hang him. Make a.
Cody, I think you want to be closing your eyes about now.
Amble kind of like moves forward, and he sits on top of the man.
Aww.
And he's like, let him go. He answered the questions.
Just going to tell everybody we're here.
No,
And I
he's
point off
not. And Amble kind of reaches down and grabs him by the head and goes, "Katuh," and he knocks him unconscious.
Mr. Nonviolence.
I didn't hurt him permanently.
How long he gonna be out?
We'll see what the MRI says about that.
A while.
Batman.
Long enough to thank me for letting him live.
All right. I want to go through all of their belongings while doing the medallion and ear thing. I just
Sure.
wanna check it all.
In their belongings, amongst their weapons and stuff that they have, because they have a ton of arrows and things that you could probably use as well. You find that the man that was wearing all of the heavy armor actually has a really ornate, shiny-looking dagger
Okay.
that looks like it's very, very sharp and well made. In fact, you nick yourself on it just by touching it.
Ooh.
Okay. Anything else?
And the one who was wearing the chain mesh on his body, he has a cask of something in his backpack. It's about this big.
A cask? Like a circular?
Yeah,
Did you hear a cask?
a cask.
Okay. So, and if I shake it,
It's liquid in the inside.
okay. So I just kind of like, not fling it, but like I just kind of like let it roll off towards Miyagi, and then
Yeah.
I take the dagger. And does it have a sheath or anything? Or is
It
just
does, yeah.
Okay.
It has
So I
a
take
very
it
nice sheath. It's got like it's been carved around with a kind of a leaf and vine motif around the top of it. And it's got a big green gem in the pommel.
Okay, so then I'll walk over to Bang and I'll go.
And she'll take it, and then she'll walk over to Dot and Khan and say, "This has been found by Bleep." And she'll present it.
Look over. I want the medallion. He should have the dagger.
Okay. And
Give him the dagger. You did a good job.
I take off my bling.
we will do the exchange.
Okay.
So instead of like taking the dagger though, I just put that there and then I just kind of like step back and I'm like, oh.
Give him the dagger.
I'll
So you get the medallion.
ritually put the dagger down, pick up the medallion, give you a kind of a good job nod, and then turn back to present the medallion.
All right, so I'll scoop it up and
So the medallion has a symbol on the front of it. It looks like the left fist of like this man. It's got like the big man, like a big mailed fist, right? But in the middle of the mailed fist, there's an eye looking out.
I look in.
It's very well made.
okay.
I wear it.
Do I know anything about what that means?
Would you like to make me a religion check?
Yeah.
You're the only one that might possibly know.
Oh,
Well, not with that roll. 3, and I get no bonuses for religion. So.
You believe it has religious significance, and you don't, but you're not sure what religion. By a magnitude of about 1,000, you don't have no idea. It's not from Cholt. That's for sure. Whatever it is.
I don't care about bald man religions.
It makes me more gold.
So I'm going to pick up that cask and open it and smell it. Does my discerning nose know?
Yeah. So when you open the cask and smell it, inside the cask, notes. The cask is fine brandy.
Ooh. Well, I'm just going to tuck that away. Not before taking a pretty decent swig.
Very bad for Grung.
And these guys had
Dries their skin out.
Yeah. These guys had no money, no other fun possessions, anything shiny.
Between the group of them, they've got about 30 gold coins.
Okay.
That's about
Just
it.
toss all of that stuff into the center.
I mean, you guys don't really use coins per se,
No,
but they're shiny discs though.
They like the discs. We can give discs so they don't kill us.
You can trade. Yeah, you can trade the discs for other things.
I'll give you 5 disc. Okay, so we've basically gone through all of them. Did they have any orders or any maps or anything like that on them?
Nope, they don't have any maps. It's almost as if they knew this area very well, and
Pictures of family?
and no orders or anything like that. No, none of that stuff.
Is this a clearing, or did we just kind of stumble across them in the forest, in the jungle?
Yeah, exactly. The last part, you totally just stumbled across them in the jungle. Dot and Con, roll a percentile dice, please.
And I'll gather up the gold pieces and stash them away for trading.
32.
32.
Wow.
32. You find a small knife on one of them that unfolds and then folds and unfolds and folds and unfolds and folds.
Bang!
Ooh.
They're very careful.
You don't think it's useful as a weapon, but it might be a good tool.
I was going to ask if it had any cream with it, too.
It's very sharp, though, right?
It's very
I
sharp.
was gonna have to ask if it's red and has a little cross symbol on it.
Or if there's
No, but it does have a flaming fist
Yeah.
symbol on it, so that's close.
All right.
Yeah.
Flaming fist army knife.
Yeah.
Mia,
Mm.
it's so small. What do you do with it?
You can you can do a lot of things with that. Yeah, do you want me to hold it for you?
Yeah.
All right, I'll take it.
Okay, so
Tuck
you
it
get
away.
the pocket knife.
Yeah. So, Daddy, what are we gonna do?
Mezro!
Yeah, how are we gonna do that?
Oh,
It's up to you, because you're going to be the next Golden Grung.
eh. I hold up my medallion.
Well, me thinks we could sneak in the city, or we could walk into the city being the traders.
What you trade?
I'll hold out the pouch of the is it 30 gold pieces?
Yeah.
I guess it'd be like 2 hands. It'd be like, they like these things.
Yeah. We have to swim first.
Yep.
Okay, let's go swim.
So you guys continue on, and about an hour or so later, you come up to a cliff face, and you're standing up on a cliff, and you're looking out over Mezro, and you see that it is a giant, or at one point it was probably a giant walled city. It's circular, it's broken into 4 quadrants, with 2 main roads that go through the middle of it, right, like a big cross. In the center of the city is a massive structure. For our purposes, it's probably in the neighborhood of like 10 stories high, which is huge. It's monolithic, right? To get to the city, though, and you can see that the city is literally just a ruin. It's old. There's vines and stuff, and to get to it, you'd have to climb down the cliff face, and you'd have to swim across at least, I don't know, 150-foot channel to get over to where the city. But you see that the city is pretty much just surrounded by water, so you have to do this regardless. Unless you can do 2 things, teleport or fly.
Does it look like there's any type of, what's the wildlife situation looking like in the area, especially around the water or in it?
Yes. Yes, there's wildlife.
Does it look like wildlife that likes to eat grung?
Well, based on your familiarity with Cholt, that is likely.
Is there a ferry for the red fist to go back and forth?
If there is, it's not obvious from where you are.
How far across is this water?
About 150 feet.
Oh, well, we can walk.
How clean or fast? Like, is it rapids or is it just standing water? And then does it look clean to swim through?
It is not moving fast, but it does move. It looks silty.
We can breathe underwater.
Yeah. Do we have a swim speed? That's what I was just looking for.
You don't have a swim speed, but I mean, you're all trained. You all have athletics and all that stuff. And this doesn't look like it would be something that would be hard to swim in at all.
Okay.
You were all birthed in water, and you have to spend a certain amount of time in water every day, right?
Oh, we spend 1 hour.
Yeah, at least.
Yeah.
So you were very comfortable with being in water, even though you don't necessarily have a swim speed. Actually, that's not true. You do have a swim speed. It's half your normal speed. It's
So unless we get our feet paddling back.
You could.
Okay, Bang.
Yes.
Make the little one scout. Make sure we're safe. We go underwater.
Okay. So we're kind of up on this cliff overlooking this whole area?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're about 100 feet above, and so you'd have to get down the cliff face, which from what you can see wouldn't be particularly hard climb. It's not like a sheer cliff face. It's got like places where you can like grab onto vines and stuff and like mosey your way down the hill. And climbing is something you are particularly good at.
Yes. And then from where we are, do I see patrols or encampments or of bald people?
You don't see any patrols from where you are, but you do see in one part of the city there is a place where you see a little bit of smoke rising, and from your experience, you know that generally means humans.
Okay. We should go down first before we scout.
Yes. Okay.
So I'll take the lead on that as usual, and then I'll get down first, probably about 50 feet before the rest of them.
Okay.
And I'll take a little quick hop around the area.
Yeah.
Amble waits until you guys go down the hill and get to the bottom, and then he sits down on the edge and pulls everything in, and then just kind of leans back and slides
Nice.
down the hill like he's on his own, bobsled going down the thing.
How far till the water from the bottom of the hill?
It's about 50 feet to the water from the bottom of the hill. And
How does he stop himself?
well, as he levels out, you see that he reaches his hands out from his shell, and you really notice it now. It's really exacerbated that Amble actually has really, really sizable claws on his hands. And he sticks them into the ground on either side of him, and he just starts dragging them along, and he slows down. He ends up stopping about 10 feet from the water.
Okay. Did I find anything in the area before I let them get all the way down?
Go ahead and make me a survival check.
24.
You, there's clear signs of a crocodilian nature in this
so
water.
I hop over and I report in.
How much from my personal history do I remember the tales of Frogger?
Not a lot.
Crocodiles. Oh, not good.
They have teeth.
Oh, swim good. Mm. And how far is it across from where we are to the other side?
About 150 feet.
Do we see any signs of crocodiles?
No.
No.
Not in, you mean like, do you see a crocodile in the water?
Well, yeah, now that he's like seen these signs, can we like...
I mean, you look around and you can see where there were crocodiles like here, but you don't see any right now, which is half of their charm.
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of crocodile, one crocodile.
Never one.
Also, one's enough. One, bad enough.
Especially if it's one of the two-headed ones from
Yeah.
Fury's Reach.
God. What if Bangarang? We lure it to shore, we kill it first, and then we go.
But what if there's more?
It's gonna be a long day.
Actually, what time of day is it by the time that we get here?
Where you are right now, you haven't been traveling for very long. It's probably about midday.
I mean, we could try to sneak. We could dive, be stealthy. We gotta avoid bald men anyway. So avoid bald men, avoid crocodiles.
Point at Amble and Mia.
And don't be thinking I can breathe under the water.
Also,
Or you can sit on top of Amble. Maybe Amble will go. Maybe we all get on. Maybe you perch.
Amble looks at you like you are positively insane.
Is this because of the blood smeared across my green frog face, or is this because of what I just said?
No, he didn't. That didn't bother him so much as it was the suggestion you just made that he didn't like.
oh, sitting on him.
Yes, sitting on him and using him as a boat.
Do we see? So wait, you had already asked this. I've just already forgotten. Did we see where there was like boat crossings or?
No, I mean
we
there were. I mean, obviously they have to get across somehow, but you don't know where they put their boats at.
Do we have resources around to like make a raft that would get us over?
Yeah, you could find some stuff to make a rudimentary lathe.
I mean, we just
No,
need
I'm
to-
just kidding.
Yeah, I got that pocket.
But yeah, I mean, you're in a jungle. There's wood and stuff. You could try and get some wood and lash it together if you really want to. There's even some wood around, like, you know, that's drifted down from the jungle, because wood falls into the water all the time. And there's some, like, that's washed up on the bank here and so forth.
I just kind of hop over to Bangarang and I wait for orders.
We take the blood off of the little one's face and we put it on a log, and then Mia throws it into the water, and then we distract the crocodile and we swim past it.
Okay.
Daddy, we can't swim that fast.
We still, yeah. We still need to get him, and I'll point to Amble and him. How, Amble? How well do you swim?
Amble doesn't swim.
That's
Did you hear that right?
problem.
Amble can't swim.
At all?
Does Amble just walk?
Amble doesn't like the water.
safe here?
Safe?
Maybe thinking we should make a raft.
I guess, yeah. That's what we
Amble,
got to try to do.
Amble doesn't have to worry though, like you do.
That is unhelpful and not what we're asking.
Amble will stay and help.
Okay. We make raft.
Yeah.
Okay, so who's doing what?
I'm sitting there.
I'm
Shocker.
I'm doing it all. Tell me what else. Tell me what I need to do.
Okay, so you go up to approach this ginormous log that you're going to start turning into a raft.
Am I making this thing for the size of for Amble to come as well, or am I just making it for basically him?
Amble makes it pretty clear not to worry about him.
Okay, so then we kind of, I guess, at best need a raft for 4.
Yeah. So, Bleep, does 16 hit your armor class?
A 16 is enough to hit my armor class.
Okay, so you go up to this log.
Oh, come on. With a 26 survival, I mistake this log.
I made the dice rolls, and you get within 20 feet of this log, and this massive tongue goes, wraps around Bleep, and pulls him in.
Uncanny frog.
Yeah.
You are grappled on the end of this 2 forked pronged 20-foot long tongue, which is attached to what you guys must be to you guys the largest like alligator crocodile thing you've ever seen in your life, and it looks just like a big hunk of wood on the beach too, and it is all ready to eat you. It's pulled you half the distance between where you were and where it is, and now we're gonna roll initiative.
I was gonna say my daggers are out and I'm leaping right towards this tongue.
7.
14.
17.
Let me see here. Where did that go?
8.
Oh, you rolled like me today.
Yeah. Everybody give me those again, and I'll keep the initiative to make it easier.
Okay.
Just to, I don't know if you can see this very well, but I'm gonna hold it up to the camera, all right?
Oh, man.
I know the audience is probably getting a shot of this right now, so it looks kind of like that.
Oh, God.
Oh, hentai alligator. Ugh.
Sig and Lauren, what'd you guys get?
I got a 17.
14.
Okay, so I hear 17, I hear 14.
I have an 8, and Satine got a 7.
8 and 7. And Sig, did you get the 14?
Yeah.
Okay. And Mr. the Alligator, Satine, roll a what's your initiative modifier?
4.
4? Okay. So Mr. the Alligator will go after you. Bangarang, what do you want to do?
Daggers out and I'm leaping at this tongue that's holding my charge.
Attack the tongue!
Attack the tongue. I will put poison on it because
Sure.
why not?
Couldn't hurt.
Well, that's a natural 20.
Well, that's good.
Woo! Nice.
So
He made
let's
his-
start with the Constitution saving throw.
He made a saving throw for the con,
Okay.
but he is not immune to poison. And by he, I mean it. I'm not sure if it's a he or a she. I didn't flip it over to check the
I'll
pony.
let you know.
All I know is that it's hungry.
Do I get sneak attack?
No.
Because Bleep is right there.
On the tongue.
Oh, yeah, I guess he is. Oh, sure, why not?
And she
Awesome.
Yeah.
Never before did Bleep look more like Kermit the Frog than he does right now.
That would be 27.
27 damage.
27. Yeah, dagger damage.
Okay.
What I'm specifically trying to do is like cut through this tongue.
So you stab into the tongue with your daggers, and blood kind of goes all over you, and some of it goes on bleep and stuff. And this thing roars. And it's very much like, I mean, think of any movie you've seen where somebody shot a bear and then got mauled. It's kind of like that. It's the part.
I don't want to think about that.
Right before they got mauled.
Is the tongue still attached?
Yes.
All right, bonus action. I'm going to slash it again.
Go for it.
That's not a 20, but it'll probably hit. That's going to be a 22.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay. That's just going to be... That's going to be... When I do the offhand attack, I don't get the modifier?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, then that's just a 4.
So it's the modifier. You don't get the damage modifier.
Yep.
Okay, yeah.
Still angry.
And a Constitution saving throw.
He made that one too. Yeah. He's
Yeah.
biggin'. He's quite literally huge.
Assuming he made the one that to grapple me and all of my skinly glory.
He did.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
But
is.
I'm just going to be slashing at this tongue and...
You get the impression that Grung may be a part of his regular diet.
Fair.
I don't want to think about that either. Nope. Not in my thoughts at the moment.
Sig.
But I'm done.
Mia, what do you want to do?
Do I know if this particular creature, am I aware of it, and if it has any like weaknesses or weak spots or weird things?
Nope.
Okay. How far away am I?
You are aware. I'm not saying you do not have knowledge. You do have knowledge that this creature is very hard to kill.
Okay.
In albino dwarf culture, it is referred to as a mud maw.
A mud maw. Okay.
Yeah.
So how far away am I?
20 feet.
Okay.
Close enough to get there if you really want to.
Yeah, and it's still pulling bleep in there. Right?
Oh yeah, it's looking like bleep. It has that look in his eye like hors d'oeuvres.
Okay. I'll get within 10 feet of it, and then I will I'll throw my spear right in its mouth, like aim for its open mouth, right?
All right, go for it. Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Makes me want baked beans every time.
18.
18 will hit it right in the mouth.
Cool. And
How much damage does the spear do?
The thrown spear?
When thrown into the mouth of a mud maw.
Spear versus... it doesn't... I don't have anything for... It just has the thrown range. Does it just do the normal amount of damage?
1d6 plus 6.
Yeah, 1d6 plus 3.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. For 7.
All right. So this thing is starting to bleed good now.
My bad.
And then, is that tongue within range of me?
Yep.
For like unarmed? Okay. I'm just gonna.
Are you gonna give him a tongue lashing?
Tongue punching. Because it's all right. Well, okay. So I see because she stabbed it, right? So I'm punching for the ripped part.
Sure, go for it. Mia, tongue puncher.
Dinosaur puncher, tongue puncher.
There's a 12.
12. 12 will miss.
12 will miss. Okay. Well, then I'm gonna expend a key point and do a fury of blows on the tongue.
Go for it.
So a 10 to hit.
Nope.
Ah.
One more attack.
What's that?
One more.
I still have another one? Because I threw my spear and then I did the punch and then I spent a key for fury of blows.
Right, fury blows gives you 2 extra unarmed attacks.
Yeah, so you'll get.
Oh,
you'll
right.
get-
Sorry, my bad. Sorry.
Totally. No worries.
So next one is 18.
If you don't want to punch it again, it's okay. It doesn't mind. It doesn't.
So it's 18 and 17 for the next 2.
Those are gonna hit.
Cool. And then I just roll 1d6
Yup.
for each. Do I add the 3?
Mm-hmm.
Each time. Okay, so there's 8 plus 4, so 12.
Okay, punch in the tongue. This thing does not like you at all. It is bound and determined to eat a frog, though. It wants frog legs. Sea galley.
When you threw that spear, did it do the thing where it jabbed into its mouth and like?
That's what I was hoping for. But
Yeah.
Well, it
It's
did.
not-
It's in its mouth, and it's like there, and it looks like it'll make a handy toothpick when it's done. Right. That brings me to Bleep.
Mom, bleep.
I haven't
panic.
really had a chance to learn anything about this dagger yet, but it feels sharper than the scimitars.
Oh, yes.
That I had. All right, so then I will. I'll do one scimitar and I'll have the dagger out.
Okay.
So I'll attack with the dagger first.
Go for it.
That'll be a 18.
18 will hit.
Great. And then the damage on it, I'm assuming, is D4.
Yep, it's D4 plus your regular bonus and sneak attack and all that good stuff.
Okay.
If there's anything extra, I will add it in myself.
That's a super low roll for this. Con save.
Yep.
Okay, so then that's only going to be 11 on the first attack, and the second attack of the scimitar will be an 18 again for 5 damage
Ow.
on the tongue.
So you're chopping this thing away, and you guys are punching it, and all the things. And that brings me to Dot and Con.
Run up and start.
All right.
Trying to hit it a lot.
Hit it in the head.
Okay, so
Or in the tongue. All the tongue.
You're going for the-
I'm going for the stunning strike.
Go for it.
Yeah, on the creature. I
That's-
don't want to get into its mouth.
And it's very disgusting to touch the tongue, so I don't think she's going to probably do that
Oh,
either.
wow, that's a 25,
You just got him.
21, a 17, and a 14.
All those except for the 14 sound good.
All right. That is a 9 plus 8.
9 plus 8.
Oh, and that's a DC 14 Constitution save.
Got it.
How many of those strikes are you trying to stun with?
Just one.
He got 17 on his Constitution save.
Good.
And he's not phased. He will pull Bleep the rest of the way to his mouth, and then he goes chomp.
Can I do any type of? Can I use my skirmisher thing when he gets within 5 feet to wriggle my way out and hop away? I'm supposed to be able to move up to half my.
He's not moving towards you. You're moving towards him.
Okay.
But that's a fair question. Okay, so he is going to bite you. He is armor class 20. And he will do 21 points of damage when his teeth
I
come down on
uncanny
you.
frog the best I can. While
Yeah,
that-
you're kind of trying to squish yourself in a way that less teeth hit you. And you'll only take 10 points of damage when you do that.
Oh.
And it's like, I'm going to say that you managed to get your hands on that spear that Mia threw, and you kind of try and prop one side of the mouth open. Only half the mouth comes down on you.
Oh my god.
Nice.
And you're there trying to keep yourself out of the other half of the mouth. Bangarang.
All right. I'm gonna pull out my bow and I'm gonna try shooting this thing.
Go for it.
18?
18 will hit.
Okay. And with Bleep inside its mouth, do I get sneak attack?
Yes.
Awesome. I like that.
He's still struggling. He's still.
There's going to be 15 points of damage.
Okay.
And I will shout, Bleep, get out of there, get out of there. And I'm going to offer help on whatever his next action to get out of that mouth is going to be.
Okay. Sounds like a deal. Cool. That brings me to Mia.
Okay. Man. All right. Yeah, I'm just going to go in for the attack. The old drunken punch.
Go for it.
Oh, boy. That's a 1.
That's going to miss.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm going to use my extra attack.
Go for it.
Let's say 17.
17 will hit.
Sweet. So that's for 9.
All right. So you go to swing the first time and you miss, and you kind of spin yourself around and you come back and follow up with the second hit right into it for 9 points of damage, and you hear like a little crunchy sound as it slams into the side of this crocodilian monstrosity.
And then I want to wobble and do a little spin and go for a stunning strike.
Go for it. Roll to hit.
Oh, God, tell me this hits. Okay. That would be an 8.
An 8 will not hit, unfortunately. That doesn't do the job.
Trying, guys.
Yep. Bleep.
Okay.
You're in the mouth of the beast.
How bad how much does this tongue look like it's hanging on by?
Not a lot.
Okay. So I've got one hand on this spear, and I've got the dagger. So I'll just.
You want to try and break? You want to try and break the grapple, or do you want to?
I guess that's kind of what I'm trying to do with it, but I guess I could actually just. I don't know. Half of me actually just wants to dive in and hold the blade up like this and just go, feeling like the interior is going to be squishier, and I can hold my breath for a little bit.
You do what you want to do.
All right, guys, this could be the end of. I'm gonna like really double up on the thing. I'm gonna look on the. I double grip the dagger. I double grip the spear. I flip my tongue up and circle around it real fast, just long enough to get a good handhold and make sure I double up. I look over to Bangarang, and I give you a little. And I look at Dot and Con, and I go. And I let go with my tongue, and I just slide down like I'm Amble going down the hill.
Okay, so when you attack from where you are to attack this thing, go ahead and attack with advantage. That was amazing. I won't lie.
I mean, I basically have it anyway for the other thing, for her help. So
double advantage.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as double, triple advantage.
No,
unless you're playing in Satine's game. Go ahead. What'd you get?
I got a 19.
19 will totally hit. So you thrust straight down into the mouth of the beast that closes around you. It gets dark.
Oh yeah, so I took it in like on the roof of it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to come across and rake down and
Totes.
like slide down the thing.
Totally. You get a sneak attack, of course.
Oh, this would be a good one.
Roll high. Super high.
And con save, please.
Made his con save.
All right. So that'll just be a 21 for that one dagger attack.
Okay.
If I let go of the other thing, so I don't have an offhand to do another attack with.
Okay. So the mouth fills with blood as you like thrust deep, and you come across the top of the roof of the mouth, and you stab into the tongue of the mud maw as it chomps down upon you, and that
I was sliding in, like I'm trying to go straight down, like away from teeth, using movement to go into the belly.
Oh, totally. Yeah, you're past the teeth already.
Okay.
That brings me to Dot and Con.
Okay. First question is, if I hit it with my hands, like I have been,
Yeah.
does it have to save versus my poison?
Yes.
So I didn't do that last time.
Oh, well, Murphy's Law.
haven't
Go ahead and
done
keep
it.
going.
A DC 12 Constitution.
Yeah, no worries. Go ahead and make your attack rolls now.
That is a 21, a 24, a 20, and a 10.
Okay, you got it 3 times. Yeah. If I ever say Murphy's Law, by the way, Murphy's Law is the law that states that we live in a magical world, and therefore, if we forget something, magically it did not occur.
Okay. Technique for prone.
And I will make some Constitution saving throws.
Dexterity save.
Okay.
Damage is. Ooh,
You
15.
can't really knock this thing prone, but that's okay. How much damage did you do?
That was 15 plus 12.
Okay, so you lay into this thing, and you hear on the last blow, you hear a crunch sound and a snap, and it's like you broke one part of the jaw when you hit it, and the bottom of the jaw drops open, and Bleep comes rolling out. As the thing dies, he's covered in crocodilian blood. It's almost like he's a red grung.
And as I'm.
And Amble kind of moseys over, and he's like, "Put the thing in the water."
I will. This thing has got to be huge, but I will try to.
And he goes over, he starts trying to push on one side. Push the thing in the water.
Oh, the crocodile.
I'll come join him on the rocking push.
Okay.
I kick it.
So working together, you guys
Yeah.
push it over, and the thing floats, even dead.
Oh, yay.
And that, I believe, is where we're going to stop for today.
Floating down
As you
river
guys
on a
getting ready
crocodile.
to float across the thing on a crocodile, on a mudmon no less, into the city of Mezro. You will get across into Mezro with no problem. And as you're pulling up and looking around, you see that the monoliths and stuff are all covered in vines and algae, and it's all broken down and decrepit and ruined. And it's dead quiet.
Can I do one thing real quick before we end?
Maybe.
Yep, Bleep probably looks pretty hurt, and so I will pull a.
Oh, you don't need to do that. Because on the ride over, Amble will look around and he will start casting spells. He's not any good at rowing.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I
and-
still want to start to offer it.
Sure.
Come up to you before, basically pull out one of my grung potions, and as I'm like, "Are you okay? Are you okay?"
Oh, you may want to give him that anyways, because Amble only gives him 5 hit points back.
Bang. Tell the little one he did a good job and he earned the dagger very well. That is his dagger. That is a gift from his great soon to be gold grung.
And I will repeat that verbatim
Cool.
to Bleep as I offer him a healing potion, a healing grung salve.
Yep. All right, so we're all done for the day. We'll go around the table and we'll start with Sig. Sig, tell us who you are and where we can find you.
Hey, I'm Sig. I make fun monsters and silly stuff. You can find me online at SigNeutron on Twitch and Instagram, or on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/SigNeutron.
Awesome. Lauren.
Hi, I'm Lauren, otherwise known as Obo Crazy. You can find me at Obo Crazy on Twitter. You can find me on this channel tomorrow, DMing for Destiny and Doom for a whole bunch of awesome people. And if you happen to be in Seattle, you can come see me perform with the Lake Washington Symphony Orchestra. We're doing New World
Nice.
Symphony, and I'm doing the English horn solo. Yay!
Oh my god, congratulations!
I don't want to do all of my gigs that are coming up, but that one's kind of a big one. So, hey, if you happen to be in Seattle, hi.
Right on. And Rudy.
I am the Dungeon Master for Maze Arcana. We will be at TwitchCon this Friday, so 2 days from now, 3:30, playing on the main stage. And then, of course, I will be right after this, 2 hours from now, doing the season premiere of Fury's Fate, which is basically just the aftermath of all the things that Satine's group broke during Fury's Reach, including my party, which she broke. So
I'll be on that too.
Yeah, so Sig will be here coming in with me. Satine will be behind the scenes helping produce it, along with Ryan, our producer who just walked in.
Sig's a Grung.
And we have some cool new guests coming in. We're playing with some of the features from Xanathar. So if you guys want to come in and hang out with us, we also have some pretty sweet giveaways that are going to be coming out. One of them is a physical one we will have to mail. Wink, wink. You can find me at Rudy Wood on all the things. And yeah, every Sunday on Maze Arcana.
Awesome. And Satine.
And Satine Phoenix on all the things is at Satine Phoenix. And you can find me here on twitch.tv/DND Tuesdays, Dungeon Mastering Sirens of the Realms. It's brand new. We just had our first episode. The premiere was yesterday, and it was amazing. It's an all-girl bard band plus their friends. And Rudy plays the boy band called Magic Missiles.
And the musical performances on there were so good.
All of it's a 4-person bard band. But aside from that, Rudy and I created Maze Arcana, so you can see us every Sunday, and you can see me on Sagas of Sundry Dread on projectalpha.com, and my GM tips on Geek and Sundry. So those are the things.
Awesome. And my name is Chris Lindsay. I'm the product manager for Dungeons & Dragons, and you can find me at Onatrix on Twitter. Thank you very much for joining us. We'll see you again next week.
One more thing, don't forget about Extra Life stuff. Chris has a page.
Oh.
I think actually almost everybody here has a page. So go to him and donate for things. Mine's all finally set up now, and Chris is killing everybody else in this group.
Find us on Extra Life. Yep.
Yep. So we'll see you guys at that game.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Oh.